Hi everyone, this is the tech talk for the Infinite RPG game. Now, this is the game that I made with two friends of mine at Code Day, a small hackathon, and it is a RPG action game, and it was made using Java and Swing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get right into the game. So it starts out with a small little monologue. It says hit enter. Where am I? Hit enter. You're stranded. Choose your weapon. Again, as I showed in the previous video for Great Gatsby the game, the flashing is done by having a time interval, and then um, every other time interval you make the text disappear so that it creates a flashing sort of look, and you choose your weapon using the arrow keys. Use the right arrow key to go right, left arrow key to go left, and once you have your weapon selected, go ahead and you press enter. And it brings you right into the game. Let me go ahead and get rid of this monster real quick. Okay, so you're presented in this dungeon sort of a map. The character you are controlling is this person right here, and this is your health bar. This is their health bar, and this is a mini map of that dungeon. Pink, that bright pink means that's the room that you are currently in. Dark gray means those are rooms that you have not yet been to, and light gray, it's not shown here yet, but light gray means that you've already visited that room. And it's very hard to see here, but it does let you know what the health is and what the time elapsed is since the beginning of the game, and the score of the current player. And the score of the current player is based off of how many hits you landed on the enemies and how many enemies you have slayed. So just a quick overview. Every room has one enemy, and some rooms have special gimmicks such as weather. It might be raining so that it slows your player down. It might be windy and automatically moves your player in one direction. And how the room is set up is, again, similar to Great Gatsby. It's using a similar concept as a linked list, except this one is more like a tree in the fact that the starting room is similar to the root node of a tree. And what's happening is it has a top left, bottom right, and a previous reference of a room for each room. And that allows us to have this dungeon sort of map thingy, and that so that you can move through any direction you want. And then every time a new room is created, it automatically creates random walls to block off the room. And I actually used an algorithm to make it as much as possible to create dead ends while ensuring that there is still at least one path that is not yet um, while ensuring that there is still at least one path. And as for the minimap, so how the minimap is created is we always have a reference to the first room of the dungeon, and we keep a reference to that first room. And every time we enter a new room, we we recursively go through the rooms, and every room has a boolean. If we're currently if we visited that room, yes or no, and we keep track of the walls. And if you can't see, it might be a little bit tiny, but the walls are represented as a brown wall in the mini-map as well. And let me see, for the health bar, it is just the image that gets stretched and unstretched depending on how many times we got hit. And the gimmicks for the room is just a done by creating a random integer. If it's, let's say if it's 1, it's a regular room, if 2, it's a raining room, and 3 is a living room. And that's pretty much all the, a lot of the code that's behind the scenes. So let me go ahead and go into a room. So I made it so that the enemy always follows you, and that's simply done just by checking the position of where you're at and checking the position of where they're at, and then making it so the enemy is constantly moving in such a direction to get closer to you. And let me see, what else is there? Let me go ahead and try to find a room that has a gimmick. Okay, so this room right here, as you can see, if I don't, I'm not moving anything right now. The legs are not moving, and the character is still sliding down. This is supposed to represent a windy room. The animation is not fully done, so it might not really make sense if I don't tell you that these are supposed to be intended animations and not random glitches. And how the game ends, every level you have a small chance of randomly finishing the game upon entering a room you haven't entered yet. And every time you complete a room, that chance increases. So the more rooms you go through, the more likely that the next room will be the completing room. And then once you complete the room, it just brings you to a whole different dungeon, and you pretty much repeat. And that's pretty much all the mechanics behind the game. Yeah, thank you so much.